I pressed it on the video. I did it.
Good job.
Are we live?
I wonder if most of these videos start with all of us just looking at the monitor, just kind of like.
No, a few of them start with everyone looking at their phones and shit.
That's
because we don't know.
That is pretty on brand.
Don't know that I've started the recording yet.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole shtick, right?
Or what about us looking at a maiden or a guillotine?
Yeah, I can't see that.
Can't see that at all.
You can put it closer to the camera. You can put it closer to this camera if you want to.
No.
You sure?
Or this other camera.
No, I can't do that.
No?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
You don't
National
know?
Museum of Scotland. I'm trying to figure out what the difference of these two machines are.
Well, get back to us.
Yeah, let us know when you
Figure it
figure it
out.
out.
Cheers to Erection Day.
Who'd you guys vote for in the erection?
Yes.
Myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a right. Did you guys have any, I guess, races that didn't have a, what do they call them?
A winner?
Candidate?
Candidate. That's it.
There was a whole page on ours up here.
No, but it was
Oh, really?
it was because they were it was a
Unopposed.
candidate, but it was unopposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just someone that just didn't have.
I don't know.
Okay, because I didn't see an option to write in for those.
No, you can't write in on certain races.
Well, he had one to write in, right?
Yeah,
it depends
I
on your
did.
county.
Yeah. I vote. Can you guess what I wrote in, Adam?
Probably what's on your shirt for Mega Guillotine.
Yes.
2020.
Just 2020.
2020?
But I've
Okay.
been voting for Mega
This
Guillotine ever
message
since
was
2020.
paid for by me, a fan.
I have a
Of
friend
the
who put,
It's
AJJs.
it was folded up. I couldn't see what that said.
It's okay. We know you can't read. It's fine.
a friend of mine wrote my name in and sent me a picture of it. And I was like,
Nice.
first of all, you're not allowed to have your phone when you're.
Yeah, those are two illegal things.
Yeah, exactly.
So I found out if you misspell things, because I wasn't certain that I spelled guillotine right. I didn't know if I did one L or two L's. If you spell someone's so if you're voting for John Smith as a write-in, there's a big write-in campaign. Apparently this was an issue for Kanye West because at the time when he ran for president, he had changed his name to Ye officially. So if you wrote in Kanye West, it didn't apply to his tally because that's not his name.
These have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I think there were multiple issues preventing that.
But I didn't know that there's no somebody wrote John Smith wrong. They just spelled it wrong.
Well,
and
That's
it
why they
doesn't
don't
apply.
have write-ins. Yeah,
Technically-
it's a good reason to not have write-ins.
Technically, there is a way to do that. It's sufficiently similar names or something. There's some word for it.
But do they do that though?
If it ever came down to the fact that a write-in candidate ever had enough votes to matter, then yeah, they would go through and do it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Come over here. Yeah.
All right.
Morning.
Welcome to the telephone.
Welcome to Don't Be the Artist. I'm Hagen.
I'm Dave.
Madam.
And I'm Jack. Oh.
It immediately makes me want to go like that.
I know, right? Yeah, it's super fun. I thought maybe I'd have some fun today, guys. Sorry. I won't do it ever
It's
again.
a good day for fun.
Can you sing with the lower one on?
Well, what's really fun actually is a fun game is if you try to do the opposite of. So if I put the lower one on, try to talk high. See what it does.
Ready? Go ahead. So I'm talking really high right now, and it sounds like that.
And then opposite with the low one, or the high one.
And then you try to talk real low. Hey, Adam. That sounds like the Minions voice.
I wonder how long people would watch an episode with just us. Up
Not
and
long
up
at all.
Yeah,
No,
not long
not
at all.
long
Yeah,
at all.
that's why I was like,
Everybody
I'm sorry
already-
for the bit. I'm done now.
Yeah, everybody already left because they thought this was going to keep going.
Yeah, they thought.
Hi, everybody.
How you guys doing? How was everybody's week?
I had a weird day today.
You did have a weird day.
I did have
today.
a fucking weird
You did
day.
have a weird day today.
I took my dog on a walk. My neighborhood was super hectic because they're putting tar in the concrete.
Oh, you guys are tarring and feathering people.
No.
And you were judging me for my guillotine interest?
It's pronounced guillotine.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, so I was taking my dog for a walk and he was fucking scared. And at one point, he just backs out of his harness and runs away.
And Wow, I bet in his brain he's like, "Oh, I didn't know that was an option."
Yeah, and he fucking broke out because he got a haircut and we didn't adjust the harness. It's my fault. So anyway, you can't tell from looking at me, don't run a lot. And fucking ran. I was running after my dog, and it was terrifying.
Did you
'Cause
suplex him?
No, I didn't catch him. He ran home.
He probably thought that was a great game. He's like, we're going on a run.
And he was like looking back at me like, are you coming, dude? And I was
Yeah.
like, where the fuck are you going? And he ran home. So then I went
smart.
I went to get some groceries so I could make lunch. And on the drive home, I saw a squirrel basically get decapitated.
Whoa. Can we back up a little bit? What'd
Sure.
you make for lunch?
I made
I think it's fast forwarding. So he had to go get lunch materials, and then on the way home, that's when
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
a ham and cheese sandwich on sourdough.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's real good. That's real good. Can I tell the laser tag story?
Yeah, go ahead.
He said if you can't tell, I'm not a runner. We went and played laser tag one time, and I've never seen him so mad. And his knees
I was so pissed.
his knees were in so much pain. It was like
My lungs were on fire.
You used to smoke, right?
Yeah, and I still vape.
Okay. So that makes sense on the lungs thing.
Yeah.
Not
I thought
necessarily the whole like
From my perspective,
Can't
I thought we
run.
were all having like the best time. We're like on a double date at
How-
like Andy B's.
It was a triple date.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it was just the four of us that night, wasn't it? Because then we went to
Robbie and Ryan were there too.
Really? Yeah, it was just the four of us.
Oh.
There was a rando, I think, in our game.
Oh, okay. I was just like, hey, Ryan, you're
Yeah,
doing great.
They're replaceable, I guess. She listens to the shows. I feel
Sorry.
you definitely should feel
I
bad.
feel bad now.
Yeah, so do I.
But like we I thought we were having a great time the whole game.
How long was the game?
Maybe 5 minutes.
I ran for 3.5 minutes, as fast as I could.
Video game reference, but have you guys played or seen Gears of War?
I've played and seen it.
Okay,
I don't
so-
think you can play it without seeing it.
But you can see it without playing it.
Yeah,
correct.
okay, yeah. So like you know how they sprint in Gears of War, like all down low on the ground with the gun. That's how
Yeah.
Dave was running for 5 minutes.
That's pretty great.
It's fucking.
You did great when we played paintball.
You did, yeah.
I did pretty good.
Yeah.
I got shot right in the fucking neck though,
Yeah.
under the.
I think everybody
That was doing pretty good.
I think everybody had a really good time with paintball. Those 1v1s were like epic.
I think
Xena-
everybody's legs were tired from that because
Yeah.
you crouch down to try and be behind the inflatable barriers.
Yeah.
And I noticed afterwards, like, oh, we were like crouched down the entire time and my thighs were burning for
Yeah.
like a full week. And I can run. I took a little bit too long. I felt bad as soon as I said it. I was like, I need a quicker laugh.
Well, you said it, and I was like, "Is he intending?" Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Okay.
So yeah, that's
punchline.
it was a weird day. That fucking poor squirrel.
Adam, have you had any weird days recently?
Not recently, no.
Oh,
Pretty
cool.
normal.
Pretty normal life. Would you say you have a normal life
For me, maybe.
for you?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about for other people? What about for me?
I don't run as much as you, so I don't know.
Adam can't run either. What about you, Hagen? Can you run? You're a tall guy. Can you run?
Does that mean that I can
Means
run?
if you run, you're at an advantage. Like if we were both like, because you have longer legs, a longer stride, a wide, what longer stride, wider stride?
Longer.
Yeah,
Longer.
that one.
Longest wide.
So if we were both doing 100-meter dash and we were like equal skill runners, like if you could put a number to that, you would be at an advantage to me just because you're taller, bigger legs,
But
longer
what-
legs.
Wouldn't you have the speed advantage because you're
No.
shorter?
In this theoretical scenario, we are like 1-to-1 runners.
Okay, yes. So in the hypothetical where running just comes down to like stride, yes, I would be a good runner. But
He can run because he's using running terminology.
Stride.
Yeah.
Sure.
I knew it.
So what?
Big words, man.
Big words.
That's a big word.
Damn. You know what else is a big word?
What?
Now I want to know.
No,
what
I
you
think
think.
Yeah. What's a big word?
Gubernatorial.
I was
Is that a
gonna
real word?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait.
Alvin, you know that word?
Adam,
It's what refers to the political race for being governor. So
Yeah.
Really?
English is stupid.
Yeah.
What was your
It's
big
got a
word?
B in it.
Erection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Erection was my big word.
I think that was
That's a big
everybody's
one.
big word.
So, well, for some people, that's a big word. Some people, it's not as big. But from what I've heard, it's not about the size of the word. It's about how you
spell
use it. Yeah, how you
you
spell it
I spell it with 2 R's.
to get extra length. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
smart.
Yeah. I thought that was smart.
Yeah.
Jackson, how have you been?
pretty
Jackson,
good.
how many R's do you spell it with?
I only have 1 R in my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one.
Jackson.
I have 5.5.
You have to give the whole alphabet in your fucking name.
I did for a
Yeah, I
second.
don't think that's
genuinely-
A couple of numbers too.
You went through my whole name to see if I do have 5.5 R's in my
Yeah,
name.
I didn't think about the half. I should have that should have tipped me off. You know, other related articles to guillotines are paper cutters.
I asked about your life, man.
Yeah, my life's pretty good. This time change every year, I tell myself like it's 1 hour, it can't be that bad, and then it happens. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna sleep for the next 2 months.
We
So-
were together when it happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, it
Yeah,
happened. This
it
is
did.
weird." And then I overstayed my welcome at your house.
No, you didn't overstay your welcome.
Time changed, so you couldn't have overstayed your welcome.
The Yoohoo overstayed its welcome.
And
That's
that-
what happened.
You can't blame me for that one.
Nope.
That's not my fault this time.
And I'm the one who said, "Hey, if I can find a parking
Yep.
spot, I'll let it happen."
Yep.
Um,
And yeah.
But I did run into the guy who I've seen around my little my block. Who I see him quite frequently, mostly at a McDonald's, and he's got this tattoo. And it's a Wu-Tang tattoo. It's the symbol. You know, you guys know the Wu-Tang
The
symbol. It's
swoopy
kind of like
W.
a bird type looking thing.
It's close to the Walgreens W.
Yeah, I do see that. But that's got to have a name other than Wu-Tang symbol. I guarantee you there's a name for it. But inside of that Wu-Tang symbol is Hello Kitty. And I've seen him around a lot, and I've always told my partner, I keep seeing this guy, and he rides like this like 80s style like bicycle, and he's always wearing a shirt that says skateboarding is not an Olympic sport, it's a crime. And every time I see him with that shirt, I'm like, what an edgelord. I would love to argue this point with him, but whatever. But I finally saw him, and I was like, I'm going to say something to him. And I said something.
Just walk up and go, Wu-Tang.
No, I said, is that a Wu-Tang tattoo? And he said, yeah, I have multiple. And then I said, I'm really just interested in the Hello Kitty one. And he said, I have multiple Hello Kitty tattoos as well. And then proceeds to tell my partner lies and said, I've been thinking about getting a Hello Kitty tattoo for a while.
What a weird lie.
It was a super strange thing to say.
But it was at the first 1 a.m. at this point, right?
It was at, yes, the
Yeah.
first 1 a.m.
1 a.m. version 1.
The inaugural 1
it
a.m.
was at 1.0.
Yeah. Also, like, everybody knows this, but like that time change happens at 2 a.m., right? And then it sets back to 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
The people at the bars here in Texas close at 2 a.m. And the people at the bar at 1:45 came out and said, hey, all drinks need to be in 5 minutes.
You mean the staff?
Yes, the staff told us that. And
Well-
then it sets back, and I was like, are you going to like really lie to me? Like you didn't know that time was rolling back? Everybody who's a shithead goes out to a bar on that night to get an extra hour.
They also egregiously said it before 1:45. It was before then. It was it was not like the appropriate. Like when they said it, I was like,
It was
I
like
just-
1:30.
I just got this beer and I was outside. I had a couple sips, and you're telling me I have to go and. I mean, like it's packed inside, man.
That's a good way to sell more beers at the bar. Tell everybody at 1:30, you got to hurry up. You got to be done by 2. And then they come back out and they're like, you got to be done in 90 minutes now.
He told us to go inside and then never came back.
Yeah, he never followed up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just tell you,
Hope he's doing okay.
I'm glad that my gig on Saturday was over at 10 p.m. because I've been
And
caught in
not
that
2.
scenario where it was like the gig is 10 to 2 and then it's 1 o'clock. And it's like, I'm not getting paid more for this gig, but I'm going to play an extra hour.
I did find myself
That's
thinking
fucked
about
up.
that.
I never
Yeah.
thought about that happening to musicians
Yeah.
because other like people who are legally employees of somewhere, they obviously get paid that extra hour and it's a pain in
But
the
if you're
ass,
if you're
but
not the band leader, it's
Yeah.
not up to you.
that's fucked.
I had a really fun night on Saturday, even though it was.
You didn't overstay your welcome. The Yoohoo is the only thing that fucked us over.
I don't understand.
There's this drink at a bar.
Do you know what Yoohoo is?
Yeah,
to
it's
start
like
with?
It's
like a powder
chocolate
drink.
milk.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
I found out people don't put milk in it. It's a water
no.
drink.
It's it doesn't. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a water-based, like fake chocolate
It's
milk.
not chocolate milk.
So there's a series of bars in Dallas, single wide, double wide, that their thing is that they make mixed drinks out of those like cheap powder things. So they have Tang drinks, Yoohoo drinks, and my partner loves the Yoohoo drink.
Yoohoo Yeehaw.
And every time I say, it depends on what time of night it is. If it's the beginning of the night, I say, hey, just one Yoohoo tonight. I'm not saying you can't drink other things, but the Yoohoo is basically just like an alcoholic milkshake. And I just turn back and somebody will be like, she's had 4 Yoohoos. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, they go down easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like chocolate milk.
It is
Yeah.
a like
really like
milkshake.
sweet.
talking about? It's just chocolate milk. I've only had 6 of them.
Apparently, it's really good for people who like that kind of thing. But from
Hey, do you
what
want to get drunk but also drink chocolate milk?
from what I've found out
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
in my scientific research, I think the amount of sugar that's in that drink compounds whatever reaction your body has to alcohol. So
Yeah,
you
it's
get much drunker
Yeah.
and you get much more hungover.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the same problem with other sweet alcoholic-based things, like a sweeter wine. You're going to be more
Yeah,
hungover.
every sugary drink fucks you over in that way, and that is a super sugary drink. And there was one time that it was my fault that she had one very late at night, but it's always
She's an adult, by the way. We're not controlling
Sure,
her.
sure, sure.
It's just more.
Hopefully.
I try to lightly guide her in the direction of
guide-
like,
But there was-
you try
hey,
to
are you
guide to
thinking
a
through this?
But there was one night we
Yeah.
were out, and I was like all the bars were closed except for single wide, and I was like, let's go have a Yoohoo Yeehaw, and that fucked everything up. Yeah, I think when it's at the end of the night, it makes it a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
So you're saying they should stop serving Yoo-Hoos at 1 a.m. maybe?
No, they should keep serving them probably until 3 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
so
solve all the problems then.
I've had this alcoholic milkshake ruin many a Sundays for me. Not really for me. I mean, I
I was
just
going
get
to
up
say,
and
you're
go
not
about
the
my
one
day.
drinking. You could just wake up and...
Yeah, but I'm a caring person. I see somebody struggling. I'm like, hey, what can I get for you? That kind of stuff. So, I'm just a good guy.
Another
You know?
He's never once said that to me.
I was gonna be
Never
like,
once
what?
seen you hungover.
Really?
Really? I'm never there the morning after. Anytime I'm with you,
that's true.
I cut and run.
I don't know that I've seen you hungover.
You've seen me hungover.
I've heard stories of you hungover.
The cabin. You saw me hungover at the cabin.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just part of the deal.
We were all hungover.
we were perpetually drunk and hungover.
It was one or the other.
Yeah. It was except the only reason that I was hungover was that like I didn't get up the next after the first night until like fucking like 11 a.m. and you guys were all up doing breakfast and shit, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
that could never be me.
I was. It was the ladies.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I was like, I'm
Well,
so
you were
sorry.
awake and dressed whenever I came out, and I was like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
Like, why? Why are you already like ready for the day? There's no day to be had now. We're gonna get in a hot tub later. That's it.
Speaking of the cabin, you guys did the Pocky Chips there.
Yeah.
Hagen got my wife some Pocky Chips for her birthday.
Has she always wanted to do this? Or
She's-
was this
she's-
just
I mean,
a
she
very
tried it
pointed
that day.
gift?
Well, this is like the bags of Pocky chips, not like
Yeah,
the one
not the
chip
crazy
challenge.
ones.
Yeah.
Sorry, a pointed gift. That was a dumb joke.
You had to interrupt to say that stupid fucking joke.
So, she did it.
She enjoyed them.
Oh,
That's it.
I'm glad I interrupted that now.
Just wanted to say thank you for getting my wife a birthday gift.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yep.
I don't know. I sure didn't.
I watched that Weird Al movie. Did anybody else watch it?
I didn't realize that came out.
Yeah, it came out like I'm now having watched it. It now seems almost on purpose that it is only on the Roku channel. At first, I thought that was like just a funding thing of like this is the only people who take it. And now knowing what I know about that movie, having seen it, and then gone and looking up just the production of this wild thing, it had an $8 million budget. And I was like, Roku didn't fund this. What?
No,
what?
they definitely just bought the rights.
Right.
But that's very on... That's a good distributor for that. That makes sense.
I mean, I don't even like. I think it's a joke. I think it is part of the joke
Oh, yeah.
that it
That's
is
what
on
I mean.
Roku.
Yeah.
It is just beyond Like,
But
so
was
nobody
it,
else has
was
seen
it good though?
Yeah, it was
I've heard,
hilarious.
everyone that's talked to me about it said it was really good.
It's not on the level. So it's not on the level of like Dewey Cox. You guys ever watch that movie,
Yeah.
Dewey
Yeah.
Cox?
Yeah.
It's not on a level of that funny parody, but it's right on the cusp of it. It's very funny. I do think it's like an hour and 50 minutes. I think it could be an hour and a half, but that's just me.
We were put in a group chat with a coworker of ours that asked why it looks like you.
Yeah. That's
Did Jackson recently star in a movie about Weird Al?
Yeah, tell me what coworker that is. I'm never going to be nice to them again. Actually, I think Weird
You
Al.
will.
I think Weird Al is I don't think he's an attractive looking dude, but I think he's a funny looking guy.
Yeah.
And like when I got my haircut the way I have it now with basically bangs, basically I framed my face instead of just having it the same length all around. My first thought was, oh shit, I look like Weird Al is my dad with the mustache, and I'll take it. I
You
think
don't
it's
look
funny.
like Weird Al.
I think I do. Why are you
He
taking
was saying he
this
looks like
from me?
Weird Al is his dad though, and that's maybe okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I even
It's
did
like
one.
if Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al was your dad.
This is a cover of Daniel Radcliffe doing a cover of Weird Al.
Is that your next set?
Yeah. I only said that because that's some of my talking material.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's rehearsing.
You're practicing your banter on the show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're gonna talk about it at the end anyway, but you have your Juno show this weekend.
Yeah. Damn. I didn't know we were done talking about Weird Al.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Shameless plug.
I thought I'd just help do a little
Help,
sex
like,
way.
set it up.
Yeah, for sure. That's another movie I've watched recently. I
Juno?
watched that on my flight home from
Doing
Las
some-
Vegas.
some studying.
Yeah. I figured I haven't watched this in a while. Maybe I should see if this is problematic or anything before just rolling into this. And then I was like, no, this movie totally holds up.
Yeah.
And, even at a party this weekend that you and I were at, and you didn't overstay your welcome at all.
Didn't overstay your waffles.
Some guy lied to us. Like we all left the house. I clearly saw what was going on.
No, what was going on was that the implication was that like the person whose party it was like, I'm tired, get the fuck out of my house. And we were like, cool, let's get the fuck out.
One guy was kind of lingering, and I was like, I catch what the two of you guys
gonna have sex?
I caught what the two of you guys were laying down, and we walk out
They
the
weren't
door.
laying down yet.
Yeah. Assuming that they would lay down to do this.
Sure.
We walk out the door, and my partner's the last person out, and I say, hey, you can't leave that door open. She said, oh, I left it open for him. I was like, what the fuck? So then he walks out, I guess feeling awkward. This was pre-Yoohoo. And we walk somebody to their car because they had parked kind of far away. We walk her to her car, and then we're walking back, and the guy who had pretended to walk to his car starts walking back to the house, and I look at him and I said, you lost, partner? Oh, no! And he kind of gives me this little smirk, and he says, I forgot my jacket inside.
You forgot to jacket inside.
And I said, yeah, in her pants.
No fucking way. Didn't he say like, I forgot my jacket? What'd you guys forget?
Nothing, dude. We're walking to our car. Then we get in the car, and I was like, that motherfucker lied to us. I understood. We're all adults here. We get it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And that was a lot of the Yoohoo talk. When we were having the Yoohoo, my partner kept saying, I can't believe he lied to us.
It sounds
In
like a
this
euphemism
context,
for
it sounds like
something.
yeah.
No, we're dancing.
We were having
around.
the Yoohoo talk.
Yeah. I mean, and we don't know. Like, he genuinely could have left his jacket there, but I'm just saying.
Probably
You
not.
should have
though,
waited
sounds
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I should have said, oh, man, let me go help you find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched the Juno movie, and it holds up.
Yeah.
If anybody is curious. And also, like, I get it. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, has rose-tinted glasses about most of the things from my childhood. And the couple of times I've gone back, whether it's a video game or album or whatever, it never holds up to the same level. So I keep myself away from doing that. And this was one instance where it really worked out.
Nice.
Jason Bateman's character is definitely very skeevy in it.
Yeah.
Well, and somebody at the party mentioned this to me because I was telling everybody I could find at that party, hey, I'm playing a set this Saturday. You can come see me play the Juno set.
I did the same thing and told, because we were at a party in Dallas, and I'm playing a show in Dallas on Friday, and for everybody I was like, I'll be at Double Wide on Friday with 2 different bands. It was really annoying.
Are you playing with Lingua Ignota on Friday?
Yeah,
I'll see you.
Lingua Nota's at Double Wide.
Hell yeah, dude. So she pointed out, she's like, have you watched that recently? And I did this whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I watched it on the plane home. And she's like, yeah, Jason Bateman's character is super creepy. And I was like, yeah, but he always was. She said, yeah, but it's different now because when you were watching that movie, Elliot Page's character was like, older than you. When you watch this, like when I first watched this, it was like Elliot Page's character was older than me. So I was like, oh yeah, Jason Bateman's hitting on Juno. Like that makes sense to me. But now watching it as someone who is now older than the character Juno, I'm like, oh, Juno's like 16, 17 in the movie. And Jason Bateman's character is like 35. It's like, oh, this is a real bad look. So it's definitely.
How old were you when that came out?
I was about to ask because he said when his childhood.
Old enough.
Clearly not. Clearly not, though.
Because it came out in 2007.
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
So-
You're only saying that because you're looking at my screen.
No, I said that before that, but
well, we can check
when
the
I
tapes
because
on this.
I looked it up beforehand.
Okay, it came out December 5th, 2007. I would have been
I will be 12.
13. I would have
Close.
been 13.
I mean,
That's
okay.
older. Like,
Sure,
okay,
sure.
no.
Yeah.
13
I
to
understand.
17 is
Yeah.
a huge jump.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
I'm just farting around with my friends to like, I can drive a car, I could have a job.
To like I can drive a car and front around with my
Wait,
friends.
Yeah.
You're in middle school at this point,
Yes.
Yeah.
and we were in high school, so there's that different
Yeah,
aspect to it. I guess
I was 15.
I graduated middle
because I
school.
don't think of it as a movie of my childhood, but
I was 15, and I like.
Wait, when's your childhood? Where's this range here?
I'm still.
For me, it's like
almost
whenever I started developing memories to like whenever
I started
stopped.
You're gonna say something else.
I'm gonna have to listen back to the tape. I don't know what was funny there.
Well, I was 15, and like I guess I was close enough to the age, but like the moment, like it was like if there was a bad guy in that movie, it was Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
And also Michael
Not saying
Cera's
that was never the
character was
case.
not awesome. Not like for most of the movie, Michael Cera's character was not very good. Like pretty shitty.
But like when he runs in the running shorts and his dick bounces.
Yeah,
That's a whole plot point.
That's actually the part where he's a good guy.
Yeah. Good on you, dude.
Because running with your dick bouncing makes you a good guy.
Yeah. He's
You're an asshole if you tape down your dick when you run.
he's got 7 R's in his name.
That took too long. Damn it.
So how did you decide to do the Juno soundtrack?
Because it was part of my childhood.
Okay. Well,
This
what-
is such a front to back amazing soundtrack that for me it was a no brainer. There are songs on here that like I just like organically would play as like, oh, I want to learn this song, that kind of thing. And then I had this idea of like, well, I want to do solo sets, but I hate playing my own music solo because I don't think of it that way. I was like, this is perfect.
Because you're so good at
It's
it.
his music. Did you hear that? He said it's his music.
this is going to come up in a lawsuit in 20
He
years.
does write the songs.
Whoa.
I agree. He just makes a point to say that
Yeah.
it's ours. So
I do have music outside of you guys. Like I wasn't just referring to Moniker.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think you've ever
sure.
written music that's not moniker. I don't know.
yeah, right.
He's never finished music outside of mine.
He's never finished.
All right, let me pull up my Bandcamp.
It's when you were 13.
I was going to say, do you have your own Bandcamp or is it now the moniker Bandcamp?
It's spelled
Oh.
MKNR.
It goes to my
McNerd.
email address. It goes to mine, so
I
it's
have
still
ac-
tied to my Yahoo account.
Hope you keep that.
I will. Every time I send my email, somebody asks me, "Hey, can you give me your like personal email?" And I'll send you something for like an HOA or something, some shit like that, some adult shit. And I'll always have to send them it and say, I know I still have a Yahoo. Please don't roast me. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I really need to update
I mean,
that.
if they're asking you about an HOA, they probably also use Yahoo. It's fine.
Yep, that's the
Outlook.
that was the exact
Yeah.
response I got from them. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry, I also use a Yahoo account. I'm like, fucking thank Christ, and they're Canadian, so like
That's even
double
weirder.
dunked.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Yahoo.ca.
Canada only got the internet like 8 years ago.
That's true.
I think the thing about the Juno soundtrack is that
It's mostly acoustic. There
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
2 songs that are band songs.
there's a few movies from like the early 2000s that kind of stick out as like really great soundtrack movies.
Garden State.
Yeah, Garden State, Juno. Those are the ones that really stick out in my brain. And like the thing that Juno did is that they actually tied it into the movie perfectly with having them sing it at the end. It's like
Right.
that makes you like kind of reflect on all the song choices that were made. And it's like and also it being the plot point between like Jason Bateman and like Juno's like relationship being like the music that they shared.
And so like that was part of this idea is that like whenever I was booking this show, I thought, okay, a lot of the shows when you're doing like cover gigs like this, they ask you to either have multiple sets or like, we need you to fill 3 hours. And I was like, well, I can only fill an hour with Juno. So what do I want to do? I had this idea of like, okay, I'm going to learn 2 soundtracks and it to be able to be like, all right, now we're going to do this one as my second set. And I quickly found out like I have Garden State pulled up right here. Even here, outside of a handful of these songs, I don't remember them being in the movie. I know that the Shins was heavily involved in it, but other than that, I don't recognize a lot of these songs. Whereas whenever I was doing the Juno one, I was like, I remember buying this at like Best Buy, the CD, and listening it front to back with my friends. All of us knew it. And I kind of was doing little test audiences of asking, like, you remember the Juno soundtrack? And they're like, oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a banger. And it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, man, I remember the Pokemon 2000 soundtrack. That was so
Yeah.
good. But you're really just saying that as like, I listened to it. This was like genuinely like, this is a great soundtrack.
I'd say that would all that there's a couple things there, but the main one would be also I think like the age group is pretty different with that. Like because Garden State came out 2002, right? 2002 or 2003.
I don't know, Adam. What time? When did it
Jackson
come
was
out,
in
Adam?
elementary school.
What time did it come out, Adam?
What time? I don't know. Probably noon.
Yeah, Adam. When did it come out?
I don't know.
Don't look at my screen.
He looked at the screen already.
Yeah,
did.
it's 2004.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
That's closer than I thought.
I know he made it in 2002 or 2003 because it was like in between like the first or second season of Scrubs that he was like really making the movie. So,
Who? Quentin Tarantino?
yep. Yeah. People don't like Zach Braff, man. I don't know. I feel bad liking him sometimes.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. I didn't know people don't like Zach
Yeah.
Braff.
What did he?
I don't
did
really
he do
care
something?
for him in the sense
No,
of like,
people think he's like a pretentious douche.
I mean, sure.
oh,
Garden
yeah,
State was a pretty pretentious
absolutely
movie.
is.
Yeah, but I like Zach
They
Braff.
all are.
If you're writing or directing a movie, you're probably pretentious.
Writing, directing, and starring in a movie.
That's,
Yeah.
I think it's the starring in it that makes you seem
but
pretentious.
yeah, even if you just write and direct, you're still pretentious.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
douchebag.
in the Weird Al movie.
Fuck. Of course he
Spoilers.
was.
That makes sense.
There are
course
so
he was.
many people in that movie.
He's gonna pop up everywhere, dude.
Name,
He just
name
calls-
some comedic actors. Like just one. Name one.
Woody Harrelson.
No, he's not in it. Close. Kind of.
Close.
Close.
Yeah.
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 Does that mean there's
Yeah.
a photo of him? In
Harry
the background?
Woodleson.
Where? Yep. He was in it.
That's his porn name.
Yeah, but then there were other. I tried going through like 500 Days of Summer was another one where I was like, oh, that would be a great one.
Yeah, that is a
but-
great one.
But even then, it didn't stack up in the sense of like I couldn't play this front to back. This is more like I can do 5 of these songs.
Sure, yeah. I see that with 500 Days of Summer, but I think
Even Twilight was another one where they had a ton of like. Twilight was known for its like
yeah.
slappers of soundtracks.
Radiohead
Was
has
it?
a song for Twilight, right?
Just I think it was just Tom York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
people
think it was
love
no
hearing
idea.
damage.
people love the sound or the soundtrack to Twilight. They
Yeah,
also love
Muse.
Mormonism.
Yep. They love it. They've been raving about it.
If you make Mormonism about vampires, it's actually pretty fucking sick.
In fact, spoilers for my encore. Hagen, I don't know if Adam's coming. I know Dave's not coming. Dave specifically said, I'm not watching you do this shit.
I would totally. I actually might still go.
Not my bag.
He said, that's not my bag.
If you're on a stage, I better be on there with you.
It's not my bag. That's my bag.
You're not invited on this stage. Do not come on my stage.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have some Yoohoos.
Do not. I swear to God, if you see him coming to my stage,
Tackle
you
me.
better fucking give him a suplex.
I asked if I could help with anything for the show. I guess I'll give me security.
I guess that's it.
You'll give me
Yeah.
security at your show.
Yeah.
Just to keep the stage clear.
You should say what the encore is. I'm not going to cover my ears for it. My ears
Okay.
are already covered.
So one of the songs during my encore is going to be from Twilight Breaking Dawn, Part 1. So
Is it a Radiohead song though?
no, it is not.
Okay.
I had to pick songs people would like actually remember. So yeah, that's why I chose Juno, because it made sense. It was front to back for people of our age group. Like everyone, I had somebody who I was telling them about this set, and then she saw my poster that Hagen's wife did, and it's amazing. And she said, I saw her like a week later, and she said, I bought I've been like super into vinyl recently, and I bought the soundtrack on vinyl. I was like, wow, that's so fucking weird that I just like influenced you to do that. And she's like, I'm so excited for the set.
Yeah, I
I've
was
been
going to say,
listening.
I said, you better have been like, now come to my fucking show.
Well, even if she didn't, like, it was just like this weird that
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
influenced
I mean,
somebody in that
if,
way.
Even if she didn't, then he sold some merch. It's fine. He's getting a kickback.
Somebody asked me, they're like, you want me to run merch? I was like, what?
Sell Monica merch.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, this is just going to be a fun show.
Buy some Juno soundtracks and then sell them for $5 more.
I will be raffling off a vinyl. So for anybody who comes out, we haven't mentioned it. It is going to be at Harvest House in Denton, Texas on November 12th. The show starts at 9 p.m. It will be an outdoor show. There are plenty of heaters. If it happens to get cold, those heaters work amazingly.
Yeah,
there.
every time I go there and the heaters are on, I think we told the story recently, actually, Jackson, where we were at a show like that was like freezing cold and the band was struggling, but we were under the heaters and we took our jackets off because
Yeah.
the heaters were just working.
So, it's going to be fun playing the soundtrack from front to back. If I get an encore, which Hagen, it is now your legal
Security
duty.
and encore boy.
You have to secure me an encore because I've planned it.
What do you want me to yell?
Encore!
Juno.
I'm just
Fart ass.
if I'm being honest, I'm going to read the room. And if I can see I'm not clearly going to get requested to come back out, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
But I've got more songs planned that what I will be doing is extra other movie songs. I'm going to be playing my favorite song from a
Bohemian
movie.
Rhapsody.
Nope, I'm not playing that one. I
whole thing.
did think about like every band or musician who's had a biopic. I could do your music now. Like, it's safe. That's
One
a
more-
legal move
Yeah. Well, so
for these rules I've made up.
I was about to be like,
It's a legal move. I'm not going to be playing any of my music, which will be fun. I'm going to go up there and say, I'm going to be able to say during the main set, this is the best song on the soundtrack right here, and not feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. And I'm going to make that joke on stage. So whenever I make that joke, if you're listening to the podcast and I say it again, you can be like, he did the thing, roll credits.
But also, please laugh.
One more
Yeah,
time.
please laugh.
I'm gonna switch to this camera, so it's pointed directly at you. Tell the camera again, where's the show at?
The show is at Harvest House in Denton, Texas on November 12th. That is a Saturday. It will start at 9 p.m. Anybody who comes in will automatically get enrolled into a raffle to win a crisp, unopened vinyl copy of the Juno soundtrack, and which I will be using as my set list. That is part of the show. So you'll have a little piece of it, and if you're lucky, I'll sign the cellophane wrap so you can never open it.
$2 cover.
Yeah, $2 cover. Basically free. My drink tickets are first come, first serve.
So
They're
Dave,
mine.
Dave, you're going to be there?
I'm not going, man. It's not my bag.
Well, now
Not
you
this
might be.
guy.
I really do wish I could be there, and I might still go.
My
Me too.
mom wishes that she could be there. She was really upset she can't come.
Yeah, Hagen told me that, and I was like, Hagen's not playing. Like, she's
We're
a
gonna
very
stand
supportive
right
person.
up in front of you and just go like, moniker's better.
No, I'm certain that people are gonna be like, "You're not playing tonight." Like I'm already certain.
To be fair, people do that even when you're not in the band that's on stage.
Yeah, if you're just hanging out somewhere. Yeah.
People thought I was in another band that you were in
Yeah.
for years. People still think that I am in that. I was in that band. People still think I lived with you guys. People, yeah.
You did.
I did not.
Didn't the sound crew of Harvest House ask you the setup of the show?
They said they asked us. They said, well, "What does Jackson need?" And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Ask him.
Probably.
Well, you're his Juno tour manager. It's fine.
I would do that 100%.
security,
Don't need
tour
it.
manager,
Like that,
encore.
that's the
manager.
whole point of the.
You're getting close to having to pay him.
Yeah. Well,
You don't have him do anything else. though.
Drink tickets, baby.
unfortunately, there's no announced tour, so I have no clue what you guys are talking about. So,
No announced tour.
yeah.
Ooh, spooky.
I hate biopics, and the Weird Al one, amazing. It was so good, so fucking funny.
I mean,
Oh.
it can't take itself seriously.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's the whole point,
Yeah, I
right?
know,
Is
like,
Very quickly, you realize, oh, this is bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. It is so funny.
That's why it works then.
yeah.
Apparently, Weird Al lobbied for. He wanted time travel and multiverses to be in there, and
mean,
that
sounds
got
about right.
vetoed.
Amazing.
It's so
Well, the
fucking
budget,
good. Yeah, that's true.
The budget.
Daniel Radcliffe, there's like 2 scenes where he doesn't have his shirt on, and he's ripped as shit. Like
Yeah.
he is
Yeah.
like fucking ripped to hell. And I was like, this is really taking me out of this because there's no way Weird Al has ever been in that shape.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that really took me out of
You
it.
probably like amped it up too, just to add to the satire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope Weird Al put Daniel Radcliffe on like one of those like superhero workout regimens. He's like up at like 4 a.m. going to the gym, like no alcohol, like 2 workouts a day, do the Hugh Jackman routine.
It is funny. Like I was like, as soon as because Weird Al is of course in the movie, and he's wearing like a wig, so he doesn't have his signature me hair. And somebody in an interview was like, I had to look it up afterwards. I didn't even know that was you who was playing that character. I was like,
Yoohoo?
how? No, shut up.
Oh, Seth Meyers, I think.
Weird Al
Yeah,
is
Seth
you.
Myers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, obviously this is a bit
It's
because
a bit.
Weird Al has the most iconic voice ever. Like I could close my eyes and as soon as I hear it, I just have like a little smile on my face. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, this guy's funny as fuck. Yeah. Do you guys like that type of music? Like comedy music? Like Tenacious D?
Tenacious D, I have found I'll say I like the movie a lot. I don't really like listen to their music
great movie.
outside of that, but their movie is really fucking good. And
You ever do cock push-ups?
I've tried, man.
Legitimately, I have too.
Yeah, it's a very tough thing to do. That
Walk us
movie-
through that.
Cock push-ups.
yeah.
Have you seen Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny?
No.
Then
The
shut
Dick
up.
of Destiny.
Then shut up.
I just am asking an innocent question. How do you do a cock push-up?
Cock push-ups are you lay down like you're gonna do a push-up, but instead of like your arms pushing you up, your cock pushes you up.
It's much harder, so you only have to
it
do
has
one.
to be much harder.
Yes.
How many R's do you have to have in order to make it
A
work?
lot of R's.
Just enough.
I think
Great movie.
I have a better chance of doing a nose push-up.
You think your nose, you think nose is gonna get bigger? You like Pinocchio, man?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you gonna lie
that
about?
That wasn't a joke about my dick being smaller than my nose.
Give me a lie.
I am excited for the Juno set on
Saw that coming. There will be a drinking game as well at my set. There will be a drinking game.
Will there be Yoohoo?
I fucking hope not.
But you're not gonna participate in your own drinking game.
No, I don't have to.
This is fucking.
I make
I
the
think you
rules.
have to if
Think
you're the one doing it.
I make the rules.
You making him in charge of that too?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna call him out during the set. You better be doing the drinking game. It's gonna be like I can count it
You don't
up
have
right
to
now.
convince him.
It's gonna be a lot of drinking.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of effort.
What?
There's drink tickets involved.
You live just down the road from the venue. You'll be fine. So do you guys like comedy music, parody
Yes.
music?
Yeah, I would say I'd say like 50-50. Like
For a
Bo
period
Burnham,
of time. Yeah, Bo Burnham. For
Yeah.
a period of time, I really liked Steel Panther until I like even scratched the surface of the people in that band. And I was like, oh, these guys are all fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I think I can appreciate it, but I don't care about it outside of a movie context.
That's where I think I am. I don't want to see it live. I remember like when Tenacious D started touring again. Like I guess there was a stint where they weren't doing that, and when they started touring again, people were so fucking jacked up to go see them live, and I was just like, I don't want to see that at all.
No.
It is just like two men aggressively strumming acoustic guitars, going like, "Ah!" But I don't want that.
Jack Black is real cringe.
Yeah, he is.
well,
that's why I don't want to be
That's
there.
part of why it
But
works.
I don't
is-
think Weird Al is.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see Weird Al.
There's an
either.
authenticity,
No,
I feel
I-
like, with Weird Al.
Weird
No,
Al
I-
takes it too seriously.
Heavy disagree. I think it's all cringe. I think it's all.
well, yeah.
I think it's.
But
all,
it feels like he's intentionally leaning into it, whereas Jack Black is just like, I'm a rock star.
Yes, but the people in
No,
the audience
I'm a
are
little rockin' boy.
I think Jack Black is playing a character as Jack Black.
Yeah.
I think that he knows because there's there's also behind I don't know if they're called, there would be blind items that are about Jack Black, but there's rumors I've heard about him being a total fucking prick to Kyle when they're not on stage. But the persona is that they are it's Jack Black. He's whoa crazy, you know.
here's a good one, Spinal Tap. But
Classic.
that's another one where I don't want to
the
see them
movie, though.
live.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys have watched that movie?
Last year.
long time.
when I was
Really?
in high school.
Yeah,
need
I
to
watched
rewatch
all
it.
the Christopher Guest movies last year,
Nice.
like in one night. Yeah,
Nothing else to do.
bow down, suckle on my toes.
I think also I became biased to the Tenacious D movie whenever I learned that Dave Grohl was all over it. So,
Yeah.
he's the drummer and then he's the devil. It's it's so good.
Just works.
Yeah, it just I rewatched that movie and that scene so many times. No fucking way, this is Dave Grohl.
Do you
No
think?
way?
Here's a side question. Do you think Dave Grohl is a better drummer than Taylor Hawkins was?
Oh God.
You're asking that because of his shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you really love Lamp? That's what Adam just said to you.
This is my shirt, so everybody can see it. It's the Taylor Hawkins. It's the LA London 2022 shirt. Do I think that Dave Grohl is a better drummer than Taylor Hawkins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's really hard for me to answer that question, but
But I appreciate the fact that you answered it.
I feel like it's
The Lonely Island.
Great.
Great.
yeah, pretty good.
Wouldn't see him live.
SNL was fun.
No.
No, it's not.
I said
Oh,
was.
wait. The South Park guys. That's pretty much comedy parody music.
It's also a whole thing on its own, though.
So that they just did that what is it, 20 years or
25 years, yeah.
25 years of South Park.
That shit was
looked pretty fun.
Great. I would, but that's the thing you would see live because it's a one-time thing, right?
That's how Spinal Tap is. They perform
okay.
once every 5 or 10 years so they can hold.
That would be fine, yeah. But
But that was a movie based on a satirical band.
But they have released music as just
Yeah.
Spinal Tap.
and I would say also with the South Park guys, Book of Mormon doesn't count in that category of their satirical music because the only only musical theater nerds would say that that's satirical because they know the references. But no one else will know the references to what any of that is because they reference so many other songs from musical theater while it in Book of Mormon.
I guess I'm more just asking about comedy music.
Yeah, comedy
There's-
music. Yeah, that counts then for sure. Yeah.
And I love the Flight of the Conchords. But yeah, once again, and it is parody. It is parody to an extent,
You would see
because
Flight of the Conchords live. Yeah,
I've seen them multiple times.
You've seen them multiple times live?
Yeah,
Dude,
same
that's
tour.
awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to see them live.
So funny. They're so
Hilarious.
funny. But and it is both just straight comedy. They've written a song, but then also it is parody to they'll write a rap song where they're parodying oh, this is what us dorky guys would do if we wrote a rap song. So it is parody, but I don't know. I guess I have a softer stance on it than I expected. I don't like Tenacious D that much.
No, I just like the movie.
love the movie.
Yeah.
I would never listen to their music. I don't find myself, even after watching this, there are a couple documentaries I've been meaning to watch, the Meet Me in the Bathroom movie just came out last week. I've been meaning to watch that. And then the Sparks Brothers movie came out a while ago. It's on Netflix. And
The guy that wrote The Notebook.
no,
okay.
it's not.
Isn't his last name Sparks? That's
yeah,
why I made that
Nicholas
joke.
Sparks.
Yeah, that's why I made that joke. Yeah.
No, you're right. Good job.
Thank you.
Everyone gets one.
Thanks. Oh, I feel
I've been
really
meaning
good
to
now.
watch that, but like after I watch these types of things, whether it's like a tour documentary, I always find myself like that next week I'm just listening. So like Meet Me in the Bathroom, I'm gonna watch that, and it's just I'm gonna listen to the Strokes, I'm gonna listen to LCD Sound System, and you know, all the bands from that, Interpol. But after watching the Weird Al one, I had no desire of like, I'm going to go listen to The Saga Begins.
I think that probably would be, honestly, Weird Al's hope. I think he'd be like, don't go listen to my music after this.
I feel like that's why he made the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I did see somebody asked, hey, how can I watch this in Australia? Because they don't have the Roku channel. And he said, what did he basically said,
R&R?
yeah, he said R&R. He said, I'm sure he said, we're working on this with a VPN right now. And then he put in like an acronym of like very probably now. But he said, I'm sure you have a torrent, all capitalized, of questions to ask me, but I've got to go now. Basically saying, use a VPN, torrent it. I don't give a shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just comedy music. I don't know why it just makes me not happy. It feels like oh, this is very shallow to me.
Feels like trying too hard often.
I think,
me at least.
I think for me, it's along the same lines of actors who release an album because it's
Jeremy
because it's
Renner.
shallow. Jeremy Reiner,
Yeah,
Russell
Jeremy
Crowe.
Renner,
Russell Crowe,
Neil Gaiman.
but I think because it's you're in one stream and you're doing really well, and then you switch over and you immediately have an audience.
Well, even then,
When you assume you're going to do well.
Yeah, like if Dwayne Johnson did a podcast, it's like, oh, cool, man. Of course you're the number one podcast because you're a fucking famous actor.
yeah, and even then with Bo Burnham, even how successful whatever that thing he did last year or the year before that,
Inside?
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
It's just like no one's gonna talk about that in a couple of years. In fact, I would argue nobody's talking about it anymore.
No, people are talking about it again because he was on that. He did that speech recently where he was very deep about the world, and people were like, "I've been deep forever. Inside's a masterpiece," and I'm like, "Yeah." I don't think anybody's
not a hot take.
trying to argue that. Like, no one ever was like, Bo Burnham is an idiot. That's
You guys
never
don't even
been-
understand.
Yeah. Intro to philosophy for sure. I just feel like even the best comedy music, like even Weird Al, there's like stuff of like these parody songs that at some point they're not going to be relevant at all.
Yeah, I think if people go into the idea of a parody song with just like, this is a like quick fun ha ha, and that's it, then it works. But if like you look at it with the intention of, I need the same thing I get from any other music, you're not going to get it. So I would hope that people who write parody music, one, know it's just for the point of the bit. Like, you do go back sometimes and listen to like stand-up specials, right? But it's not like a really common thing. It's not the same as an album, right? You don't go back and listen to the stand-up special and like definitely get the same reaction you got the first time that you heard that joke, right?
I know people that do that.
I've gone back and listened to stand-up specials, but like it's not like a common thing, and it's
A lot of the content of it is going to be like context
yeah.
relevant for like maybe 5 or 10 years. Like it's in that time. Like
Yeah.
if you go watch a stand-up special from the 80s, that's not going to work.
Oh yeah, like
Or-
Delirious,
or-
Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
Or it's gonna work really well because it's like, oh wow,
Because it is
like,
timeless.
Yeah, it's like, or maybe it is of the time, and you're like, I'm not in that time now, so
Right.
this is like super duper funny for me, right? But like, I think that as long as you like approach, man, do you have the fucking Harry Potter bag of just like grabbing shit out? I can't see on the other side, so you just keep pulling shit out.
He's actually got a like kangaroo pouch.
Yeah. But I think that as long as one, the writers come with the intention of like, this isn't meant to be a hit song, and listeners aren't like listening to it, the intention of like, I need this to like, why isn't the same as my favorite album? It's supposed to do something different. And I still think like it's all cringe as fuck, but I also think that I'm pretentious. So I think that there's like,
I think that's truly what it is
'Cause-
that we're too pretentious
Yeah.
about music, and we're too like gatekeepery in the
Yeah.
sense of like, well, it's not real music.
well, like our friend Robbie, he loves Tenacious D unironically. and that's like
That's
amazing.
He also
hella
loves
cringe.
Nickelback, unironically.
Yeah, but that's fine. Like that's whatever. Like I think that's like, you know, like that's it maybe is hella cringe, but you're saying it's like gatekeeping like of us to do that kind of shit. So
Do you want to drag Robbie through the mud a little bit? Does he listen to the podcast as well?
he does not. But
Fuck you, Robbie, bitch.
say it to camera 2 for me. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, okay.
Fuck you, Robbie. See you on TikTok, bitch. Yeah, I think I have this mentality of I hate going into anything that I'm about to engage in with this idea of like this very clearly has a shelf life of like at some point this parody is not going to be funny to me anymore, or it's like these references are will be dated very quickly, that kind of thing. And so like I listen to like music that's shallow, and I know that like, oh, I'm just getting a serotonin overflow right now, and then like after I listen to this 8 times I will lose it. Like just a really sugary pop song, I will lose it after that 8th time. But for some reason I feel like it's different, because there is the chance that sugary pop song may actually be an all-timer, where I've never engaged with a comedy song or parody song and been like, yeah, I'll listen to this forever. I will show this to my kids.
I think the only time that I've encountered that was through like, and this is just more pretentiousness, but like, do you guys ever hear the band Panzer Ballet, or have I showed them to you? Maybe.
No.
They're like a metal jazz band out of Germany, and they do like the Pink Panther theme, but like, and the Simpsons theme, but like metal jazz, like a lot of like metric modulation, a lot of like nerdy music shit involved in it. So it's
Gross.
obviously a joke, but I've listened to it and been like, this is fucking sick. This is so fucking heavy, dude.
The Pizza Underground. Anybody? That was Macaulay Culkin's band where they did Velvet Underground covers, but they were all about food. Fucking sucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
People sold out tour though. Sold out tour.
That really sucks.
Again, because it's Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay
yeah.
Culkin. Macaulay Culkin. That's his official name.
Did Jeremy Renner go on a tour was sold out?
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Oh no, his tour. I don't think he was sold out, but
I was gonna say,
he
I hope
definitely
not.
toured.
That
J-
was
like Jeff
Michael
Goldblum.
C. Hall who
Okay,
did that.
Jeff Goldblum though has a different. That's a.
He's got a whole bit
Feel
going.
like
Fucking dog shit.
98% of his audience is not there because they like his record.
no.
No,
Yeah.
no,
100% of
They're
his
there because they like
audience.
him.
But I like,
Yeah.
but his
You've seen his
performance thing
shows?
is a performance for sure. Like I
Yeah.
feel like he's not doing like, I think he's doing a bit, but I feel like it's like
He's not phoning it in.
It's a
He's
bit.
doing the
It's-
bit.
yeah, he's
Deeply
doing.
loves playing piano.
Yeah,
I saw Hugh Laurie one time.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
that's a
guys
weird
listened
thing
to
to
his
admit.
music? It's like lounge piano music, and like he has like this song about like that's all about. He's got that like very clearly he was addicted to heroin at one point, because he's got a very raspy, like had a heroin problem voice when he sings. It actually like it was a solid show.
Joe Pesci did that too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Heroin?
no, Or maybe. Fuck. But I think he released like 3 or 4 records
Yeah.
that are just like crooner things.
It's weird that I don't. Have you listened to the Jeremy Renner stuff? It's
Yeah.
just like that kind of like
Well, there was a when Les Mis came
Imagine
out,
Dragons style
yeah,
rock.
When Les Mis came out, there was a whole thing of like these celebrities that you didn't know had music.
Kevin Bacon.
And then
Ryan Gosling.
And then shortly after that was like the MCU people you didn't know had music, and so Jeremy Renner came up on that, and
Brie Larson.
yeah, Brie Larson too. Yeah, I forgot.
I mean, hers was pretty big,
That's
though.
also how she got her start. Was like
Yeah.
being a pop star.
I did
So,
not know that.
Yeah,
It's like she was like a
Had no
Disney
idea.
pop star.
Wow.
yeah,
You should watch the videos. They're fucking great.
yeah, they are.
It's like Lizzie McGuire style music, but not good.
yeah.
Lizzie McGuire slaps.
the-
Let the rain fall down and hum away.
Yo, and
Is this your next show?
And you just watched High School Musical too, yeah?
Don't get me started on that, my dude.
One of my students was blown away that I had never seen High School Musical. Today.
What the fuck?
I just saw it for the first time last
Wait, are you
week.
blown away?
yeah.
I never saw it.
I've never seen it either.
What the fuck?
Okay, boomers.
I don't know if
you
that was right.
surprised?
All in this together.
I know the songs. I've heard them.
Yeah. We're breaking free.
I don't know the song.
Flying. Gotta get your head in the game.
Heaven that we can't reach.
Yeah.
I don't know the songs.
It's like the only crime that High School Musical has committed was that in the first movie, Zac Efron didn't sing. They had someone else sing his parts.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You have a beautiful man who can sing amazingly, and you have someone else sing the parts.
They didn't know that though.
Album?
Yeah, he was pointing that out
They
the whole
had to have
time.
known. They had to have known.
Got this beautiful man.
Album's a beautiful
He can
man.
definitely sing.
I don't know if he can
No,
sing.
not at all.
I bet you could.
I just got a text from my wife Kara who said sorry for the scream. If you guys have been hearing her scream,
There's been like 3
She's
of them.
doing a scream. She's doing a scream.
well, I wonder if she heard me sing "We're Soaring Flying," and so she could hear. She knew that like it was audible.
I'm gonna
It's
text her
loud.
right
Yeah.
now. Don't apologize for your scream.
No, she shouldn't apologize. Scream.
Scream. Scream.
Screen.
Okay, nobody can see my thing. Okay.
I want to see.
What are you so worried about?
I don't want people to see her full name. I don't feel like
You
that.
have like
she
legit
consented
concerns
to that.
about it.
Yeah.
They have to like zoom in anyway. It's like it's
Well, there are people who will do that.
yeah. Our fans, are you zooming in?
To see his tabs.
I'm zooming in to see his tabs.
Nice.
Got it. Don't apologize for your scream stream.
So I do think that Dave Grohl was probably a better drummer than Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah.
I thought I was saving you.
You did. I thought it'd be funny to bring it back.
It's a valid question.
It is. It's weird though.
Just a
'cause
rude one.
I have a long.
Is it rude?
I have
Is it insensitive?
I have a long.
No.
Am I being rude and insensitive?
Well, usually.
My favorite thing Zac Efron has ever done was on the red carpet for the Lorax. He would, you know how they do that move where they have their hands in their pocket and they're like turning to smile for the paparazzi. He pulls his hand out of his pocket. Guess what falls out of his pocket? Guess what falls out?
Condom.
A condom.
It's very funny.
Dude
It's
thought he was
very
getting
funny.
fucking laid at the Lorax premiere.
Because
Oh my
guaranteed he was, dude. Zac
Pretty much
Efron. Zac
anywhere
Efron.
he goes.
Zac
Yeah.
Efron get
His
laid
re-
anywhere.
His
dude.
reaction is fucking golden. He is beat red and he's just like, huh? What do you gotta
He
do?
could go anywhere he wants and get laid. He could. He
What
could-
about Australia? That's where he lives.
Yeah. So he definitely. Yeah. 100,
Cool.
Yeah. Sure.
Zimbabwe,
Probably. He's hot.
Antarctica.
He's really hot.
Oh, definitely there. Yeah.
Cool.
Wouldn't be a problem.
He's a very hot man. I think Zac Efron is a very hot man.
Okay.
You see Hairspray ever?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Here's the thing about me. I love musicals and I love that kind of stuff. Adam, don't look at me. Try to
I
spell
see you trying to
premiere.
figure out how to type something.
How do you spell premiere?
That looks right. Oh, it was
was
wrong.
How did you spell
There's
it?
an
Is
extra
it
E there.
PREMIER?
It's for me to know and for you to find out.
I'll just look it up.
The thing about me and musicals, I love them, but there are things that like our generation should have been into if you were into choir or musicals, i.e., Glee, High School Musical, Hairspray, all of which I never watched. Oh, and the other Pitch Perfect.
Hold on. You were in choir though.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
My
He's saying he
senior
was
year-
in choir.
Right, but
should
then
have
he
been into
didn't
that.
like any of that.
He didn't
Nope.
watch it.
my senior year of high school, which inherently, if I didn't watch it, I didn't like it because I did not like it, but I didn't like it.
Nerd, shut up.
But my senior year of high school, I had 3 choir classes because I was that into singing. Still am that into singing. Sorry, somebody just texted me about the new God of War video game. Gonna talk to them real quick.
It's not out yet though.
I think we're gonna get you home in time. Don't worry.
Yeah, in a few hours it will be. Oh, look at that condom falling out right there. You see
Yeah,
that
I
big
do see
circle?
that. Yeah.
Wait, is it not coming out?
That's his reaction right there.
Is it coming out local
golden.
or is it coming out? Is it because
From his pocket.
Sony does it real fucked.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, it might come out at 2 a.m.
Oh, I thought maybe it'll come out at 11.
Oh, fuck.
It probably
We gotta
does,
wrap this
actually.
shit up. Just like Zac Efron at the fucking premiere. We gotta wrap this up.
Did you not Google when it comes out, like what the release schedule is like? Did you not Google that?
No.
He just thought-
gonna play.
You're like
Time zones
you're-
don't matter to
You're like
him.
you're like if it was already out, I wouldn't be here. But you're not in on like when it actually drops.
He's not
'Cause
that
I'm gonna
committed
play
to it.
Yeah,
What?
I'm not that committed to the bit.
Fuck this, man.
I'm gonna play it.
I'm gonna play so much WoW when the new expansion comes out. I know exactly what time it comes out.
Do
And
they,
everything,
they still do new expansions?
dude.
I have no idea. Like,
embarrassing.
I'm not doing a bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought WoW was old and it was just like cool to play it again.
It's old,
You're not wrong.
but and it's also not cool to play again.
Okay.
Definitely not. Still doing it though, a lot. Twitch.tv/Sourfaust. You can see me play it there.
Look over here. Look straight at this Dr. Pepper and tell people where they can find you. Hagen.
Twitch.tv/Sourfaust.
You did switch it.
At some times.
He put this, switch to Dr. Pepper?
All right.
What camera am I going to switch it to when he says, look at the Dr. Pepper and say where they can find you?
I just
Idiot.
thought you had more cameras.
I
Yeah.
have the one that's over there,
What-
but it's not the Dr. Pepper.
What pixel quality does this Dr. Pepper have?
What?
Pixel quality?
Quality.
I drank a green tea on the way here too, so I'm fucking jacked up. I'm fucking hype.
You're ready for God of War.
I've been drinking green tea all goddamn
Damn
day. This is my hat now.
How late are you going to stay up playing that video game?
Oh, I'm not gonna play it tonight.
Oh.
But you said you were. This is bullshit.
This fucking sucks, man.
I just wanted to make
Why
you
are we
guys
ev-
feel
why
like
are
I
we
didn't
even
want to
here?
be here. I had to cement that before
I
we
felt
started.
like that.
we
felt
already know
like
you don't
that.
want to be here.
So that's it. I mean, I'm probably gonna play it this week, but I've got the show. I've got a secret pre-show I'm doing that I'm not announcing, that to like warm up.
Opening for Lingua Ignota.
Yeah. So like I really don't have time to play it. So I think I'm not gonna kick into it until
You're doing a
Sunday.
pre-show for the Juno thing?
Yeah, it's at your house.
What the fuck?
Why? What the fuck?
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're so prepared.
It's not his bag, though, so he won't be there.
It's it's not
God, I
really
wish I
your
never
bag.
said that.
Yeah, it'll be Thursday somewhere in Dallas. Good luck finding me.
Half wide.
Yeah, half wide, 0.75 wide. Should we wrap this thing up?
I
Yeah.
think we're done.
I've been listening to the Juno soundtrack just a fuck ton. That's it.
Yeah, we knew that.
And other soundtracks as well.
I've just checked out the new Arctic Monkeys record. I think you mentioned it.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It's so fucking good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like David Bowie a little bit.
It feels very David Bowie at certain
And
points.
I just was mesmerized by like, how are they going to perform this live?
Oh, have
don't-
you seen videos
well,
of them
no, I
performing it?
haven't.
It's really good.
I don't think
they posted it.
Did they perform the last album live ever? Didn't it come
Like
out
a
like right at
tour?
the beginning of COVID?
No. That came out in like 2018. Yeah,
Well,
they did. Remember
time-
they played in Dallas
okay.
and like the tickets went like
Adam's
we
like, yeah,
tried
okay,
to get
I got it. Yeah, shut up.
This
we
does
tried
make
to get
sense now.
tickets
Got
and
it.
they were like they sold out and
I
like
do
were
remember this
reselling for
now.
like $300 and I was like nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's really good.
I should buy tickets to go see them.
Well, I got bad news for you.
I'm sure it's not good.
They're playing at an arena.
Okay, I'm out.
They're playing at that Dickies Arena. The opener is great. Fontaine's DC, incredible band, great fit, but everything has already sold out. And guess what? Them resale tickets, they're trying to fuck you. They're trying to fuck you hard.
Nice.
So yeah,
I have been listening to it's really I always have my phone when I do this. I like look through my Apple Music and my phone is that camera right there. Thank you. Yeah, this is what I've been listening to. Dr. Pepper,
23 bold flavors,
23 bold flavors.
authentic blend.
I have been listening to a lot of like the same old stuff that happens, like the Carly Rae Jepsen album and stuff like that. But also,
That's not old.
well, like I mentioned it already. But the I really wanted to go to a metal show recently, and I didn't go to the Biddy Bam show because I just didn't really feel like
Too many Yoohoos night
too
before.
many Yoohoos. Yeah, but
It's a real problem.
I was going through and listening to a lot of metal bands that I haven't like checked out in a long time, and Silent Planet is going to be in town on Thursday, so I was listening to them, and they also just got in like a really horrible car accident. It's you guys can check it out, like go read their story on Instagram. It's like pretty heartbreaking. Like the van flipped upside down, and they all woke up like separated from each other. It's pretty crazy.
Like in the hospital?
No, like on the ground. They all
Jesus,
like
terrifying.
Yeah. But they're still on tour. They're still performing, and they're gonna be in Dallas on Thursday. So I think I might go to that. But I've been listening to all their stuff, and they're incredible. Also, a band called First Aid Kit put out a new album called, I think it's called Palomino, I think is the name. Listened to it once. It was really good. But yeah, that's about it.
I haven't really been listening to that much. My wife and I both listened to Midnights a couple times, and that's about
I
it.
was going to ask if anybody listened to that. I tried really hard to troll the Taylor Swift fans on TikTok this week.
It's the first time that a man has not been in the top 10 Billboard top 10 ever.
Yeah.
Because she held every single
All
slot
10 of them?
of the
Yeah.
top
Oh,
10.
Jesus. Good
Yep.
for her.
The entire top 10.
The
That-
entire
Holy
top
I
10.
saw that and I was like,
With an
holy
album
fuck.
that's 13 songs or something.
Yeah, but I like that is crazy in itself. But then it's also crazy to think about that that's the first time that there has not been a male in the top 10.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is
they
it the first time that the top 10 has been occupied by one artist?
Yeah.
I'd imagine so.
I think
yeah.
if not, at least in a
was.
long time.
And they're all from this record?
Yep.
yeah.
Fuck, good for her.
So there's two things about this. Is that one, I'm really happy that people are listening to an album. That's really, really cool. Because
Yeah, and seemingly the whole thing.
the whole thing. There were people on Twitch streaming that night who were just doing listening parties. Like it was exclusively, we're gonna get online early, talk about how excited we are, and then we're all gonna listen to this album together. And like that's been a huge thing, is that's an album. And then we talked a lot about the vinyl stuff with Adele, but Taylor Swift's damage to the vinyl printing is worse than Adele's.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, it's
But-
like 7 or 8 variants on her own website.
Yeah, and so the estimate is a year and a half for pressing right now. But the thing that kind of gets me the silver lining of that is that I'm really happy that people are into that stuff. It's just it just sucks that it took indie artists to bring us back to this place. So then Taylor Swift could release an album that people are super into listening to the whole thing of and buying the vinyl. But I shouldn't be upset about that. That's still a really positive thing.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's
going to
shitty.
take a
I think-
while to dig ourselves out of that hole. And it's
Well,
shitty to release so many different versions.
There's labels that could be figure out a way to press vinyl. People could do this. It doesn't have to. It's
Well,
not,
right, but they're not interested in doing that.
Which
is the bad part.
But it's not on anybody. Like Taylor Swift did, I guess it didn't have to do it the way that she did it, and her label management didn't have to do it that way. But I think that it's super shitty because the indie people are the ones who brought vinyl back into the mainstream. And then now Taylor Swift is releasing 7-8 variants, right? And so it's kind of tough. But I'm really happy people are listening to vinyl and listening to an album. When's the last fucking time people listened to a whole album and it actually showed? People talked about other albums that came out. Everybody listens to the new Drake album, but no one's actually fucking.
Well, the Weeknd is probably the best recent example where people are obviously listening to that album, but it's not everybody listening to the album.
Yeah.
And this you can see in the charts is obviously they're listening to the whole album. Every song on Apple Music has a fucking star next to it.
Yep.
Taylor Swift fans, they're
Aggressive.
passionate. BTS doesn't release albums. If they
a
did,
good
you would
point.
have
Yeah.
a similar reaction.
I would say even more so.
Yeah. Currently, I would say so, yeah.
What did you think of the Taylor Swift record?
I liked it. I didn't
you're
like
a
it as
recent
much. I'm a
convert,
recent,
right?
a recent Taylor
With
Swift fan.
Evermore and
Yeah.
Swifty.
Because the National was there.
Yeah. There is a
Desners.
3 a.m.'s version of the album that they put out on, I guess, just streaming. There's probably because they couldn't get vinyl printed, maybe.
Yeah.
With it, and it's the Desner version of it. It's these are discarded songs that are more similar to the past two albums, which I liked more. But the album overall is really good.
Yeah,
So.
I think that I'm pretty not Jack Antonoff. I don't like Jack Antonoff as much. So I think
It feels a little overproduced in that regard. It feels very much like he's present, and he's present.
yeah.
He's
It's
very
so-
heavy-handed
it's-
in the studio.
It's so weird when everybody likes something so much, and I listened to it and I was like, "Fuck! I think I need help. I need someone to like one of the three of you to guide me through."
You know what this means?
why so many people like this?
It's not your bag. It's just not your bag.
It's not your bag.
Just like Juno.
And
No,
and
it's
The
fair to
Weeknd.
not. It's
Yeah.
it's fair to not like things.
and Ed Sheeran too.
Well, it's
What sucks is when you don't like something. I never watched Inside, but all the I watched a couple of the segments and listened. I heard the songs everywhere,
yeah.
and I was like, I don't like this. It's just not for me. I used to like Bo Burnham on YouTube, but like this isn't for me. And like people were like, oh yeah, you're just being an edgelord and all that kind of stuff. I was like, no. When I'm talking about the Beatles, I'm being an edgelord. Yeah. But in this instance, it's just like, I don't like it. That's it. It's not for me.
Is that like I was listening to someone today talk about like, I bet Taylor Swift has so many haters. And I'm like, nah. Yeah. Like,
no, I don't. Yeah, I don't like her music, but I totally don't hate her at all.
Someone who is on the Billboard like that has haters, but no, like
nobody can hear them.
The Swifties are definitely a big reason as to why it is blown up the way it has. But like, also, it doesn't like that is a massive fandom, but it couldn't be just the fandom as to why that's blowing up the way that it is. There's a lot of people who have fallen in love with a lot of like a lot of the songs on that album.
I just feel like there's a thing with artists where the bigger they get, the more narrow the scope of songwriting has to be.
Maybe.
Stereotypical chord progressions, lyrics that aren't super deep.
People are gonna blow us up for you saying that about Swift, dude.
I mean, whatever.
She has a lot of like babies.
She has like a lot of like Easter eggs and things in her lyrics.
Potentially
like sexy babies.
People will listen to those lyrics and try to find literally every Easter egg there is.
Same thing with the Beatles.
Yeah, but like I don't know if she actually is putting those in there, but I think that there's like I think that honestly I think that our ears are anti Jack Antonoff for the most part.
Yeah,
I like Jack Antonoff.
I think if you looked at all the stuff he's produced, you would find more things that you don't want to listen to.
I think the thing
that
that he did best in the last, I'll just say last year because that's what I can think of, is he was involved in Florence's record. He was involved in Florence.
And it wasn't very like heavy-handed though. On that.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not very heavy.
He was just there.
He did the Chicks record too.
Gaslighter. Yeah.
What a man.
Honestly, any pop record.
He's got his hand in all.
He's fucking busy.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But does that
he
sound
also
like,
did that Lord record?
Does that does that sound? But does the Dixie Chicks album sound like a Jack Antonoff record? Does it sound like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well,
like
that sucks.
Jack Antonoff.
That's a bummer.
Jack Antonoff is so heavy-handed in the studio, and it's one of those things where like if you like it, it's great. If you don't,
he wasn't heavy-handed on Florence. He wasn't at all. Like that's the thing where I'm like.
Well, but I like that album because it's not him being heavy-handed. And I do like his stuff too. I mean, I like his stuff going back to like Fun, really.
He's had good stuff. I found that like there's a hype around Jack Antonoff that I'm not getting, and I just find that like a lot of the stuff people are super into is Jack Antonoff productions, and I'm like, well, whatever.
Did you guys listen to the newest Ozzy Osbourne record?
No.
It was
probably won't.
Didn't know there was one.
It's like Andrew Watt, I think is the producer's name. He did the last Pearl Jam record, and he did Eddie Vedder's record, and he's
done a lot of shit.
He's on the same level as like Jack Antonoff, and it's like, oh, I understand why everybody wants to work with this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That list of people you just gave me does not make me want to listen.
Of course,
it, though.
yeah, different strokes.
Yeah. That's all we got.
Anything else? You guys
Adam, what are you listening to?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm listening to.
That's awesome.
What'd you think of the Sexy Babies lyric?
It definitely stood out, and I was like, I didn't know if I heard that right, and then I did.
There's a whole TikTok trend. Have you guys seen this? The Sexy Baby thing.
So that one's fading out. I'm getting more of the 21. You seen that one?
No, I haven't. I haven't been on TikTok.
What do you mean by fading? Is this how TikTok works? You just see the same shit from everybody else posting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It grinds up the content, spits it at you until it's done, and it's like, give me more content.
Why are you guys doing this to yourself?
It's fucking like it's drugs.
I have to poop sometimes. What do I do when I poop? Read the shampoo bottle?
A song on the Drake and I think it was 21 Savage it was their album they put out this last week, and there's a part where Drake goes 21. Drake 21 goes, yeah, 21, yeah, give me 21, yeah. It's just like that. It's
a movie. Fuck. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Come see me do the Juno thing.
So, thank you guys for listening. This has been a really relaxing episode, I think, for me. I don't know if you guys are relaxed.
I mean, I've had to not look at my phone to see what happens, but
relaxing's not really my bag. But, you know.
God fucking damn it.
I've had a really relaxing episode. So thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching also if you're on YouTube. Like we've said a couple times already, this Saturday in Denton, Texas, go see Jackson at Harvest House play the Juno soundtrack. It's going to be really cool and a little cold outside, but it's going to be really cool.
But you'll be warm.
We'll be under the heaters.
You can
Yeah.
just laugh at me dancing
Jackson
around.
will be cold.
You going to be dancing?
Yeah, because to keep
dancing.
myself warm.
Nice. Very, very good. If you haven't already, please follow or subscribe, whatever podcast app you are using. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Say hi, what's up? If you're on socials, hit us up on socials. DFTA Podcast on Instagram. Send us a DM. If you're on TikTok, we're on TikTok. It's still weird to think about that, and I've been posting on it, and that's weird. I don't like it. I had a student talk to me about TikTok, and I was like, oh, God, I know so much about this. And if you want to send us an email, if you have any, if you want to say hi, if you have any topic ideas for us, anything at all, you can email us at junosoundtrack@don'tfeedtheartist.com.
We are also coming up to the end of the year. I think we're like probably a
was gonna
month
mention that
out.
too. Yeah.
A month out from like end of the year, like wrap up and records of the year. So start sending if there's something you think we missed, send it to us.
Yeah,
'Cause
for
I
those-
want to listen.
If there's anything that we've never mentioned us listening to, then we've definitely missed it. So.
Yeah. For those who are new on YouTube or on TikTok who have discovered this, and I'll make this a TikTok clip. We do an end of the year episode, end of the year party, where we talk about our favorite albums of the year and our favorite musical moments of the year. Holiday party.
Company holiday party.
Yeah. So if there's albums that you liked a lot this year, please comment, please DM, please email us with any of those.
Can we also do Song of the Year this year?
Sure.
Maybe. I mean,
Do you have nominees?
as it was.
I have one for me.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we have 10 Taylor Swift songs now. So,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Personal Song of the Year.
Personal song of the year. Okay, I like it. That's good.
Yeah, best EP/album released by a Denton-based rock band.
A
Specifically-
Denton-based three-piece rock band.
Yeah, a very specific category we award every couple of years.
Yeah, that one's a special one.
Yeah.
So,
We'll get you a little plaque.
Yeah.
So Jackson and Adam say goodbye to that camera. Say bye.
Bye, camera.
There we go. Perfect. And then me and Dave say bye to that camera.
Bye.
And
Fuck off!